Hi, this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and it's Monday, December 23rd, 2024, and I'm not here for a weekly cross-stitching update. I'm here to show my new temperature pattern. So this was delayed due to circumstances, but I'm happy it's done. Hopefully it will be released in the next few days. I probably won't post this video until it's actually available. I need to finalize the stitch diagrams and the instructions and all of the things. So once that's done, I can get it posted and you guys can enjoy it if you're so inclined. So this is going to be called Temperature Stitches because it's going to incorporate a variety of specialty stitches. And I love specialty stitches, as you know. Hey, Smokey's here with us. Fun. And so I thought it'd be fun to pick a different stitch for every day, or for a different stitch for every month, and then one stitch per day. So it's unlike a cross stitch, which has 2 legs. Many of these stitches have up to, I think this one has like 32. Well, no, that's not, half of that would be like 16 or something, 16 legs for one stitch. So it's, it makes sense. Instead of having 16 stitches for the day, you have 16 legs of the one stitch. But anyways, I am so excited. So hopefully some of you are excited. I know there's some of you that won't touch a specialty stitch with a 10-foot pole, and that's okay. This won't be for everybody, but some of you I think will enjoy this and will be able to, you know, test your specialty stitch, flex those muscles, get them, get some exercise. I'm going to include hopefully pretty clear diagrams, and I also have tutorials, a separate tutorial for every stitch where I'm doing it on camera, behind the camera. So hopefully that'll help you as well. So here's mine. I just finished it this morning and I love how it turned out. It's not that big. This is 28 count Havisham even weave by Picture This Plus. I think it's a Lugana. It's the equivalent of a 2/2, so like a 14 count. There's a herringbone stitch border, which each of these like little crosses where they cross, that's like a 2/2 stitch right there. So it's not that big. January is the queen stitch. February is the Jessica stitch. March is a diamond eyelet. April is satin stitches that are alternating, so it kind of has a woven look to it. Over here we have May, which are Rhodes hearts. June is a rice stitch. July is a Rhodes butterfly, which is fun. August is a diagonally framed French knot. So each of those has a little French knot in it, and it's framed by some straight stitches, which is kind of fun. Because just French knot, you don't want a whole cluster of French knots because people would run screaming. But one French knot is kind of boring. So I'm like, yes, let's do this. It's kind of fun. And we have September, which is Scotch stitches, which are a little bit like diagonal satin stitches, alternating Scotch stitch, which is really cool. And then Lazy Daisies. Again, don't run screaming. I know these can be fiddly, but I have it where the edges, the ends of them are tacked over a thread of fabric so that they shouldn't pull through on you, and it makes it a lot less dreadful to work on. There's a Norwich stitch, a little bit smaller than some Norwich stitches I've done for the month of November, but small enough that it can be for one day. And then the last for December is a diamond, an octagonal eyelet, octagon eyelet. So I thought that would be a fun collection. I chose to do, since I'm doing a retroactive year anyways, I did this in like a week and a half here at the end of the year. I chose my birth year and my birth hometown, so there's me, the day I was born. But so I chose the colors from the Temperature Quaker, which is also in my Etsy shop. And so if you did that one, you may already have all these colors already. So I used the card that I had made up for that and then just made a new temperature range to match what I was working on, the year and the location. And I used color and cotton paving stones for my border, but you could also use DMC 844, which is, I believe, what I'm going to chart in the pattern because that's the DMC. I'll put this as a an alternate if you're interested in doing the fancy floss. It's only a 1 strand. You really can't see any variation, but it's pretty, and I used it because I had it. So yeah, so there is that, and I'm super excited about it. I hope some of you will enjoy it. And yes, I will have I'll have it all on a pattern so you can see it at a glance. I'm going to have it charted 2 different ways. I'm going to have it charted with like a cross stitch pattern would be charted, where you would have your grid and each square represents a stitch, a 2/2 stitch in this case. That's how I personally am used to counting specialty stitches, because a lot of times the specialty stitches on a cross stitch pattern are combined with cross stitches. So they have all the symbols for the cross stitches and then some back stitch lines to make the specialty stitch. And you're used to seeing it on a normal grid. However, there aren't any cross stitches in this at all. So as I was working on the tutorials, I figured it made sense to also provide an option. And so I'll have two chart sets of pages. And one of them will look like it's on fabric. I can do that in my program to actually show exactly which holes they should all go into. So it won't look like you're, like some of these, let's see. For example, this one, if this is the example of like what you would do for a cross stitch pattern, and there's like in the middle of a square. On the other one, you'll have it be where it'll actually show you the hole that goes into. And so I'm going to put both of those in there. And I'm going to also have a detailed step-by-step diagram for each month. So if it's I haven't done all the diagrams, I've done 2. So that's what I'm mainly waiting on before I can release it. For like the satin stitches, I might be able to just put all the numbers in, but for a lot of these that have multiple legs and they're layered, I'm going to do 1 leg at a time, and you'll have little pictures all the way across. So it'll be very clear what you're supposed to be doing as you go through the stitch. So hopefully that'll be helpful for those of you who have never done some of these before. And I didn't pick ones that were overly complicated. Most of them are fairly straightforward. So I think you can do it. So with that, I hope this will get up in the next day or 2, and I know it's almost Christmas and I have time with my family, so I'm not sure if I'll get it up before Christmas, but I will put it up on sale for the first few days of its release because it missed the Black Friday sale I had after Thanksgiving. So I'm not sure yet how many days I'll put it up on sale. Maybe through Sunday, the 29th. I think the 30th is a Monday. So I think I'll have it, whenever it goes up, it'll be up for 25% off until through the end of Sunday, the 29th. And then it'll be regular price after that. So I hope you enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions, and happy stitching. Bye.